Alright, this is Calibos, and we are playing Stoneblock 2. And if you look casually over here, you will discover that I have made some sort of minor error of minor errorness. Fortunately, they're not very bright, and they can't get to us at just this moment. But it was a terrible choice, and I regret it now immensely. Meanwhile, we are going to set up some stuff, like so, and we are going to make some steps and fancy things like this, and we're going to use this setup, but we're going to expand it. I mean, I'm not really worried about making obsidian faster. I'm not worried about that. But we're going to expand this setup slightly so that we're going to be making lava faster. It's going to be pretty easy. I've already got some of the uranium going, and that's going to be our biggest factor here is how much uranium we have. So each one of these blocks of uranium it gives us a times 20 speed, and we will actually be going faster. We'll be using the crucible uses heat sources. There we go. So at some point we'll be able to get awakened draconium or plutonium or whatever. That's not cool. Probably this. Blazing pyrotheum might also be a thing from thermal foundation. Superheating element from whatever, also totally a thing. But for the moment, we'll be using blocks of uranium because they cost us nothing. I mean, we're already having them, and once we decide to replace them, we can simply we can just pick them up and use them for other tasks. So it doesn't cost us anything to do. But we are going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crucibles. Should be relatively cheap. Oh my god, I can't believe I did that. Whatever. So we're gonna need 8 times 7 is what, 56 or some garbage like that? I don't know. It's math. Seems challenging. Uh, 56. Hey, look, magic. So we're gonna toss those in there. We're gonna get rid of this. We're gonna go throw some more uranium in the oven. Now, I'm not actually sure that we have enough uranium to make all of the locations active yet. But as I sift more, we'll get to more. I mean, we've only got 3 left, and there's 8. Yeah, so I mean, 2 left. We're pretty close. I feel that it shouldn't be too challenging to arrange. So now at this point, we're going to need what's it called? Something to move items, like, I don't know, hoppers and or item ducts. So item ducts, how many items ducts do we have? We have item ducts. relatively certain I don't. Oh, we do have item ducts. That's weird. So we also want the fluid ducts. So fluid ducts. And we're going to want servos, and we're going to want Invar, and it's going to be exciting. We've got some redstone that we're going to break back down. So we're also going to grab a bucket of lava. Bucket of water. We're going to get rid of some pants. We don't need them. Pants can go away. There we are. So we're going to need some cooked stone and is it just glass? Just glass, maybe. Glass. So let's go ahead and throw down for a cobble gen. Cobble gen. Don't ask me why that worked. I have no idea. I don't know these things. So we want one more piece of cobblestone. Two. So cobble gen, go. Gives us our buckets back. Now this is probably not going to be fast enough. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade that to the second tier cobble gen, which completes a quest. And then we don't have enough diamonds for this one yet, and I'm going to hope that this is fast enough for our things. Oh, while we were coming in here, we should have grabbed our crucibles, which are over here. Perfect. So I don't see the point of putting them all down because I'm not going to remember that they are all good. So what we're going to do is launcher there. So we'll lift these up for the moment so that they are clearly not functional. Perfect. And then we're going to do this. 3, 4. We need 2 more, and this is the these are the item ducts. What is that? Tin and lead. Lead, silver, Invar, tin. Oh, I don't remember exactly, but it's something like that, I guess, sort of. Tin and lead. Now we need fluid ducts. So fluid ducts are going to be off the front here. And we're going to need some red dye. I hope we have red dye, actually. We might not. I don't want to... Oh, cookies. I had... red. Rose. Wait, what about... beetroot seeds. We are awesome. Let's chuck some beetroot seeds in there. Hey, check this out, guys. It's really dangerous in there. So this has nothing. Is this still quarrying? Nope, but it is filling up, and that's fine. So let's actually break that so it doesn't fill up. And we'll give that a chance to fill up. And we can put this here for the moment. Sure. Perfect. That will empty. We have 1,000,000 bone meal. So let's get some bone mealing going. Okay, so the cool thing about beetroots is, besides the fact that they're beetroots, which is not actually very cool, we need one more, is it's rose red that you can grow deliberately, on purpose even. So it would be super wild if I could remember where I put everything, which would require me to organize, and I will someday, somehow. There they are, ender tanks. So in order to avoid confusion, I generally try to label all of my ender tanks the same way. So we're also going to need a drum of some sort. Now, if we look at drums, we have these, but we also have a quest in our store. Oh, wait, we did a thing. Sweet. Random reward. We got a forged lexicon. What? That sounds really cool. I'm gonna figure out how to use this. Yes, that is definitely a thing that I want to figure out how to use. As it sounds like equivalent exchange, but not. Sounds like equivalent exchange, but I have the power now. That's what it sounds like. Anyway, like I said, we have drums, but also in our storage options, we have black hole units, controllers, and black hole tanks. So what is a black hole tank? Black hole tank. So this requires machine frames, plastic, eye of ender, ender pearls, and I mean, except for the plastic, we are almost there, actually. And it holds a lot. Technically, it may actually be easier for us to build than the other thing once we get the plastic. So in order to get plastic, we're going to need a latex processing unit, but in order to get like the liquid that, we're actually going to need a tree fluid extractor. So this is a thing we can build. Iron gears, furnace, and redstone. So there's a furnace. That would be an iron gear. That's smooth stone, which we are potentially out of, actually. So if we make a gear cast, we can just pour them, and that would save us a little bit of work. Gear casts, either an iron gear or... Wait, can't we make a stone gear or something? Or a wood gear? On the off chance that it requires two, we'll do that. Sure. And while we're dinking around doing this, we are going to need a piece of glass. Glass. So we're going to need at least one servo. And we want to go ahead and grab some electrum. Do not have electrum. Okay, that was great. So we'll chuck that in there and chuck that in there, and then that will actually give us the electrum. We're going to need to cook some stone really quick. Chuck this in here, let it cook. Go check on our electrum. We want ingots for that, at least one. 2, 3, 4. All right, so we have our electrum. So we're going to combine this with our servo to get a reinforced servo. We're going to chuck that there. We're going to turn it on. And theoretically, we should now begin having cobblestone in places. How's that for fun, right? So now that we have cobblestone in places, we are going to need another couple of servos, which means we're going to need some more glass. These won't have to be as fast because, you know, they just won't. It's amusing like that. We'll chuck these in here for now. We'll grab the smooth stone. What did we want the smooth stone for? We wanted the smooth stone for gears, stone gear. Is it not the smooth stone? Stone gear. Oh, well, apparently I didn't need the wood gear. So, but we have that. Let's chuck the wood gear. Geologically mechanical, rather than arboreal mechanical. So now we should be able to get the gear. And now we have the gear cast. And we can chuck that in there. And it should just be 4, so we can go ahead and say 1, 2, 3, should auto do those. I suspect that we only really needed one, but there we are. We don't need to carry around the obsidian right now, so let's put it back in there. It's home. So magmatic generator, that's fine. We have stuff cooking for servos, which we have 8 servos going. So we're going to need 16 iron nuggets. Convenient that worked out. We got redstone. We're going to need 16 of that. Hardened fluid ducts. We are good as far as this goes. Oh, these are item ducts. Item ducts. That's a mistake. Yeah, these have to be actual fluid ducts because it's really hard to pull fluids out of stuff with item ducts. Fluid duct. So we want the hardened ones, and it's just going to be Invar and lead, which we can arrange. 1 and 1, 2. All right, so let's run back really quick and check on our glass. Seems fine. So let's throw down for some servos. Like I said, these don't have to be fast, and if they're too slow, we can upgrade them later. So fluid ducts, we're gonna need so 1, 2, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're gonna set that to always working, always working, always working, always working, always working, always working. Okay, so the reason we want to use the hardened fluid ducts is because if we look at the regular fluid duct, for example, transfers fluids will break if contents are extremely hot or cold. I would point out or suggest that lava might be really hot, so we're not going to do that. So our next bet are, so for the moment, we're just going to have this here, right? But at some point, I'm actually going to set up an overflow chamber here so that we can let's grab this really quick. I'm going to set up an overflow chamber so that we can, let's just put that down, turn that on. Oh, look, lava. Pop that on there. And crazily, stuff is getting power. It's amazing. I don't want to do this. Okay, this is going to be awful. So just so you know. This is going to be terrible. But now you've seen how this works, and it's fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go, oh, monkeys, that was bad. Lock the door. Lock the door. Nothing happened, guys. Everything's fine. Apparently you can club people with torches. Who knew? So now if I back away, they'll go away, hopefully. Probably. Anyway, I hope you liked the episode. If you do, please leave a like. If you don't. Questions, comments, concerns can all go below. Yeah. You folks have a great night.